Okay, back again. Hopefully can do videos a bit more regularly now that I think I've worked out how to work this whole YouTube thing. But anyway, this video, as the title will say when I write it, will be about why people insist on hating John Cena and yet not giving Batista the bashing he deserves, because plain and simply he is not as good as John Cena. Now, this video is not because I came out here not so long ago and bitched about the whole CM Punk Batista thing. This is not me being a punk mark and coming out here and bitching at Batista just because of what he did to Punk Monday. It's not a bitch at Batista, that's a bitch at the Raw creative team for booking such a stupid thing. But this is about Batista and the things that he has control over and the things that he fucks up that Cena doesn't, and yet people still insist on bashing Cena. I don't get it. The reason people bash Cena, to my understanding, is they don't like that he had the belt for such a long time. They don't like that he beat everyone. You know, yeah, did he have the belt too long? Yes he did. Get over it. He was over, okay? You know, he's selling merchandise, he's doing a ridiculous thing. But this is my thing with just how he is. If Cena hadn't had that ridiculously long title reign, I don't think people would be hating on him as much as they are. Certainly, I think Batista would get more stick. Let's consider it this way. Why are they in the business? John Cena is a pro wrestler because he loves pro wrestling. He's loved it all his life. Football didn't work out for him. He said he wanted to be a pro wrestler. He went for that and he's made himself a huge star out of it. Now, put into the fact that John Cena is the WWE's #1 guy as far as marketing and all that goes, and you know, he's doing all sorts of adverts, movies, and the hip-hop album he did, everything. He's constantly doing something. He's, you know, done over like 100 Make-A-Wish wishes. The only WWE superstar who's done that. So he constantly, the guy's schedule is unbelievable. You know, he's, I don't know why that guy bothers buying a house. He's probably never there because of this road schedule. Now let's consider Batista's side of it. Batista is in pro wrestling because he was a bodybuilder and met Kurt Hennig at a bodybuilding show and realised, thanks to Mr. Perfect, just how much money he could make being a pro wrestler, and thought, yeah, fuck it, I wouldn't mind that, and came into wrestling to do that. Now this is the guy who shows up at WrestleMania, walks down the ramp shouting, yeah, this is what it's all about, this is WrestleMania, and then gets in the ring and gives us that bullshit against Umaga. Didn't look like he was trying, didn't look like he cared, didn't look like this was the grandest stage of them all to him and this is what it's all about. Looked like a whiny little bitch who was upset because he wasn't in the main event. Fuck. Then we've got in-ring ability. Now this is the one that really annoys me. People say Cena is the worst wrestler of all time. Cena cannot wrestle at all. It's BS. It's utter shit. I'm not a huge John Cena fan. I'm certainly never going to buy any John Cena merchandise. You know, I don't support John Cena in any way. I mean, there's probably only about 2 guys in the company I'd ever want to see Cena beat, and that is Triple H and Batista, and maybe JBL. But he is not the worst wrestler in the world. He's just, that's false. That's just not true. And people say it and it's like, he's a mid-carder. If it was purely wrestling, he'd be in the mid-card. He'd be United States Intercontinental Champion level. And again, this leads me to the thing people say, oh, I like John Cena back when he had the rapper gimmick, but I don't like him now because he sucks in the ring. Back when he had the rapper gimmick, he did the exact same moves. If anything, he's got a couple of more moves since. Okay, so how does that make sense? Whereas we've got Batista, who came in beating people with a spine buster, and has since evolved his moveset to have a Batista bomb, which is a sit down power bomb, sit out power bomb. Well done. You've been in the company 5 years. You've added one move to your moveset, and it's a power bomb. Whoopee! And it's your finisher. So if you don't win the match, you don't even do that. Fuck. And people still never talk about Batista and how much he sucks. Oh, Cena sucks, fuck Cena. Batista was just as bad. This is the guy who constantly jobbed and, well, not jobbed, but lost main event matches, and every month he was losing to Taker, he was losing to Edge. So go away, for God's sake. Please go away. We've had enough of you now. Do something else. Go feud with someone else and don't fuck it up. And he couldn't do that. He was incapable of that. How long has John Cena been away from the title now? And he's lost the WrestleMania main event and he lost to Triple H, and he's not being constantly shoved down our throats in the main event. Now yes, last week's Raw was a very Cena heavy Raw, but it's not being constantly, you've got to watch Cena, like it was on SmackDown. It was all about Batista, and yet people still didn't seem interested in complaining as much about Batista as they do happily complain about Cena on Raw, and I just don't get that. They're both the same company, they're both being pushed as big guys, they both suck. Well, like I'm saying, Cena doesn't completely suck. This guy sucks more, and yet you'd rather bitch about this guy. Why? I don't understand. Next up, again, on the mic. I mean, Cena cut a very good promo on Raw. It went on for a long time. It was not an easy thing to do. Okay, he spoke for a long time, used some pretty impressive words. And yet, we'll see if this works, by the way. The WWE own this clip, so please don't take down my account for putting this. Let's just play this of Batista from Raw a couple of weeks ago.
Huh? People can say whatever they want about your victory last week. You went through hell to win that Money in the Bank. You earned that. You deserve to be world champion. Congratulations. Second reason, want to come out and say hello to my good friend Vicky Guerrero. Hi Vicky. How you doing down there? Not too good? You made me miserable on SmackDown. But I'm a good guy.
Okay. So that was just you looking at me and trying to listen to him in the background. But how many times did he stutter in that? How many times did he have to take long pauses to make sure he got his lines out, you know, just go, granted I just did that then, but I haven't got a scripted promo, I'm just making it up now. Okay, and like, the guy is not good on the mic, he's not at all. Cena is, and yet people would still rather hate on Cena than ever bring up the fact that, oh, Batista sucks on the mic. I just don't get it. I really do not get why John Cena is this. Okay, here's everything that's wrong with pro wrestling. We need a face for everything that is wrong with pro wrestling. John Cena. I don't understand that. What did Cena do? If they had been gone the other way, if Cena had had his year-long title reign on SmackDown and Batista had been on Raw, Batista would be the guy getting this stick, and I don't get that. Why? Just because Cena did it on Raw, that makes him the Antichrist of pro wrestling. That makes him the bad guy, the enemy. When in the end, when it all boils down to it, Cena is more talented than Batista. Cena works harder than Batista. Cena loves being a pro wrestler more than Batista, and yet people would still rather bitch about John Cena. Okay? And I don't understand it. I do not get why. Anyone out there who prefers Cena, prefers Batista to Cena, please, if you want, do a video response and explain it to me, because I just do not get it. Honestly, I do not understand why there is so much Cena hate on the internet compared to Batista. I can understand why people don't like John Cena. No problem. I don't particularly like John Cena. His character is very, very stale. Some of the stuff he can, like, spray painting JBL is poopy on the side of that limo. I mean, please, don't do shit like that. It was boring, it was stupid, it was childish, no one, it was crap. But overall, as a pro wrestler, they pale in comparison. Batista sucks. Okay, it's a fact, and I just like to think that maybe there might be more people who acknowledge that than people who are happy to bitch about John Cena. But there we are. As long as Batista loses Sunday and disappears out of the main event, because again, this is the thing. For me, what Batista needs to do now, what they need to do with Batista, is put him in a feud with someone and say, okay, do some work in this feud. Prove yourself that you deserve to be back in that main event, above Kane, above Punk, above Jericho, above Michaels, above JBL. Because for me, those are 5 guys who definitely deserve to be main. Rey Mysterio is another one. Umaga, I would put above him. I put Jeff Hardy above him. Okay, Kennedy above him. Prove to us why you should be main event above them. Okay, now granted Punk is the champion, but as we all know, he's a transitional champion. For me, there's only really Triple H, John Cena, and Undertaker above Batista in the WWE pecking order. Okay, those are the guys that are always going to be in the main event, and Batista is next in line. They should say, okay, here's a feud, prove your worth, prove that you deserve to be there, go work hard. And I think when it comes down to it, he can't do it. He's not good enough. He is not as good as Cena. He cannot do that. He cannot work that, and hasn't got the work levels. And for me, just be nice to see people on the internet here acknowledge that and say, yes, Batista sucks, Cena's a bit better. That's all I got to say. Just a gripe I've had from seeing a lot of Cena hate videos recently, and not a lot for Batista, because Batista sucks more than Cena. Anyway, I'm out. Hopefully this will make a few people realise how much Batista does indeed suck. And come on, Punk to the Bash. I'm out.